This is Hank from Free Podcast Tools, here with a news update coming out of CES of 2022. 512 Audio announced an audio interface, and I really wanted to talk about this one today because I feel like we can check off one of my 2022 predictions, which is we'd get a smaller format, more complex piece of hardware in 2022. So instead of just your basic audio interface, 512 Audio has done something a little special here. Starting from left to right, we have a cell phone knob. Now you could use anything else in there as well. It's that TRRS port that this knob is controlling. So you could bring in video game audio. If you haven't seen my video on that, check it out. So you could bring in like live streaming applications. The device has 2 mic preamps. So you have channel 1 here. Channel 2 here, they have their individual meters and a mute button. It'd be kind of cool if each channel had its own mute button, but who's to say they don't have some workaround, that these knobs don't press in, or there's some combination you do to mute each one individually or something. I would assume this is just an overall mute button, but you never know. Plus, you get 2 headphone outputs, and they're both on the front, and they have individual monitors, and then you have an output monitor as well. Let's look at the back of the device. So here's your outputs left and right. And then what I found very fascinating is each combo jack is a legit line level or instrument jack. So you could do microphone, you could do guitar, you could do keyboard, or you could do another line level device. Very cool that it's switchable here. And then you have your 48 volts. Looks like it works for both at once, is what I gather from this. It'd be kind of cool if they were separate. And then you have the TRRS port, which you could bring in a cell phone call, which is excellent. Or like I did in one of my videos, I brought in video game audio from my Xbox controller. And then we have a Type-C port here. Let's click on specs. So I think they have a typo down here, but we'll still look at the specs. USB 2.0, simultaneous 6x4 input-output, 2 preamps, 48 volt phantom power, supported sample rates of 44.1, 48, 88.2, and 96. And then here it says bit depth 25. I think that's supposed to say 24, I would assume. And then analog inputs, 2 1/4-inch. USB is 1 Type-C USB. And then you get the system requirements for Mac and PC, and it is bus powered. So overall, I think 512 Audio, I've never really been big into them just because they have made some microphones that I really wasn't interested in. That's just my opinion. However, this device I'm definitely interested in. I can't wait to find out more about the preamps that they're using in the device and get my hands on it. I believe they're going to have an announcement in the summer, and then it'll launch after that. So it could be late summer or fall. But another reason I kind of wanted to bring this device up is where there's smoke, there's fire. So if 512 Audio is doing this, you can only imagine that Tascam, that Rode, that Behringer. So I could imagine other companies jumping on board, maybe adding a few sound pads like the Tascam, that Mini Studio, but still having more of this type of design and just having a smaller format device. So I really think that we're going to see more of these boxes rear their heads in the coming months and years. But to me, this is kind of exciting news because this is a step in that direction, a small format piece of equipment that has more functionality than a typical audio interface. So super excited. I'll put a link in the description. Please like this video, share it out, and subscribe to the channel for more from Free Podcast Tools. Thank you.